Good morning, everybody. Good morning. So happy to have you here with us. It's Wednesday morning already, halfway through the week. We are doing fantastic this morning. I hope you all are as well. Nice and early, 6 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. We got some snow.
Yes, we did. We get a little bit of snow.
Up here in the Northeast. We live in a cold weather state.
I was even going to show you how to shovel snow today, but I don't know how to shovel.
It's in the closet.
I'll grab it.
I'll get it for you.
Go ahead.
We can find it. I want to talk a little bit about hope this morning. And this is for those of you who may be struggling, maybe, I don't know, are just feeling not a lot of hope. You really have to have hope in your life and have the belief that you're going to be okay in order for things to start heading in the right direction. So a lot of times, I used to be the type of person that if I couldn't see it with my eyes, I didn't believe it. But you have to have hope in your heart and belief that the universe always has your back and that you're always going to be okay, and just relax into it. And that's when things start coming to you, is when you allow those things to happen. So it starts with hope. Even though you see darkness in front of you, there is light out there. There is light in your life, and you just have to look for it and be aware of it and recognize it and feel it and hear. So being grateful for everything that you have in your life. You woke up this morning, you have a roof over your head, you have food, you have friends, family, whatever it is. It could be something big, it could be something small, but having the hope that you're going to be okay is the first step. There are steps. It's a process, Happy to have you here this morning. Oh, we got some hearts. Thank you so much on our Facebook. Always excited to see all of you.
Morning, Neil.
Good morning, Neil.
Stay tuned. I'm going to do a snow shoveling thing in just a moment. You're going to want to see it.
Neil is our buddy. He lives up here in the Northeast with us. He lives on the coast. We have a lot of coast.
We call it living.
We're living. I don't know about other people. Had a great day yesterday. Fantastic day. And we're going to have a great day today. So David is going to show us how to properly use our bodies when we're shoveling. We're going to use shoveling as an example because we got some snow.
That's right.
But you can also use this when you're picking something up, or whatever.
So this is the thing. People hurt themselves shoveling snow because this is what they do. They bend over and shove this thing in, and they go, oh, right? And they spend an hour or so bending their back, loading it up with the weight of the snow in the shovel, and then throwing it. And then within a few minutes, maybe 10 minutes go by, and they're like, oh, this is hurting my low back. Well, of course it's hurting your low back because you're lifting the weight of the snow with your back. Don't do that. Instead, we learn in our kettlebell swing, right, that if you want to pick something up off the ground, you don't bend over, you fold at the hip. You grab a hold, and then I don't pick it up with my arm. I pick it up simply by pushing my hips forward, right? Same is true when you're shoveling. You take the shovel and you stick it in the snow, and then to pick it up, you fold at the hip. I'm going to move over a little bit. You fold at the hip, put that handle on your hip, and grab this arm. Straight, not bent, but straight. Now, when I push my hips forward, that picks up the shovel. If I do it hard enough, I can then follow through with my arm. So it goes here to pick it up. I actually learned this in boxing because Dempsey talks about something called the shovel hook, where he says you don't do a hook with your arm, boxing hook punch. You put your elbow on your body and push with your hip. Right? As soon as your elbow comes off your body, the power's gone. Same is true with the shovel. If that shovel comes off of your hip, now you're lifting with your arms and your back. Keep it pinned, right? This is how people who actually know how to use a shovel. Straight arm and lift. Then to throw it over my shoulder, I get it moving with my hip and then continue with my arm. Does that make sense? Good.
And for those of you who don't have snow, we actually didn't get as much as they anticipated. They're all
It works for manure as well.
or sand or whatever. Even picking things up. You don't round your back over to pick up your groceries or kids or whatever, dog or cat, Neil. If you can catch it. Neil has his dog is really friendly. His cat, remember the kitty at Neil's house? No, you don't remember?
No.
Okay.
We had a lot to drink.
You did. I remember the cat. Anyway, so happy to have you here this morning with us. We're going to get started with a little bit of a warm up. So put your coffee down, Neil, and let's get up off our seats. And I liked your quote.
Less fear. I like that.
Quote yesterday, Neil. Remember the quote that you read that Neil posted about employee?
Yeah, that was funny.
Yeah, that's a good one. There's no better way to dishearten an employee than
rewarding
the behavior of someone who's not doing something correctly. Good Lord, I've had the same thing happen in some of my jobs. And that's actually what started me
wanting to work for yourself.
Yeah. I quit my job of 15 years. It's been a little over about a year and a half, little under a year and a half now. And now I work for myself. I have my own business.
All right.
Okay.
Let's do it.
Hops. Yeah, my favorite thing. Everybody hop. Drop your shoulders down. Release the tension. Relax your body. You teach your body to stay relaxed, even though there's lots of chaos going around. You'll be able to do this during the day with things in your life. Dropping the shoulders down, it's like flicking water off the edge of your pinky as you come down and bend your knees slightly. This is another feel-good move. Great. Heart openers, coming around and doing some body tapping. And as we open our arms, just feeling grateful for everything that we have in our lives, our friends. Hey, Neil, are you going to be doing anything for Super Bowl at your house? Asking for a friend.
All right. Rotate.
This is a great time, too, to start a business, believe it or not. A lot of people may be thinking, oh, it's COVID, we got to stay in and be fearful. No, there's lots of opportunity at every moment. Just have to open your eyes. And I'm here to give those of you who want to join my team an opportunity with a brand new company, a startup company, Savvy Community. Savvy they design and produce athletic wear and leisure wear, and I'm telling you, they are a group of positive, mindful, loving people. We are a tribe of, even if, I don't even, I love all the clothes that I purchase, but part of me is just being in the tribe of people that we have. They're amazing, every single one of them. Women from all over the country, all ages, sizes, you name it. But it's a great time to start with this business because they're just starting out. And you don't have to have any money to join. You can purchase or you don't have to purchase. But it's basically helping those get the items that they need. I have a Savvy outfit on this morning. It's a matching leggings with the top and a nice cross in the back. And I just really love everything that I have received. And they also do leisure wear, so it's not just leggings or athletic wear, it's tops and things like that. So I'm building a team of powerful, positive, hardworking people that want to have fun, that want to help other people, want to help themselves, you can make residual money on the side from doing this. Savvy is a great company. They take very, very good care of us.
Morning, Tim.
So,
Last thing, the knees.
if you know of anybody who would like to join my team, send them my way. We are building a team. I want to make sure that people want to get in while they can. If you've ever seen companies that you can earn extra money and you're like, oh, I wish I'd gotten in when the company first started. Well, now's your chance. Because this is where the big opportunity is. Okay.
True, MLMs right now are making a lot of headway with everybody being at home, not being able to go out and do stuff.
I don't shop. I only shop for clothes online these days, and basically I only shop through Savvy nowadays because they have everything I need. We don't go out to stores, so just to get food.
And honestly, if the only thing that happens from it is that you end up getting your clothing reimbursed.
Well,
you know what I mean?
I get a paycheck this week from
I know.
Savvy.
I know.
What's cool about it is I got the things that I need, and I'm also making money on the side.
Yes.
It's amazing, and they're a great company. They're just amazing. The leaders, and both men and women are leaders. So,
All right, let's do it.
Ready to work
Take our
out?
kettlebell between our feet, fold at the hip. Let's grab it by the horns. Bring it up right in front of our face. Now we're going to squat.
You want to really dig in with your toes on this, keeping your back straight, squeezing your glutes as you come up, core tightened, shoulders seated.
All the way to the top hole, around.
Halos, keeping your wrist straight, and your arms should brush your ears. So as you come around each arm,
Other way.
this is great for shoulder mobility and strength. And also, actually, you're using your entire body.
All right, bring it down. Change your grip to the normal grip, two-handed grip. Bring it up. You're going to pop it up. Press overhead. One to the bottom. And two.
So I promised Gary that I was going to answer a question that he asked yesterday.
The infamous Gary.
Yep. Wait till I'm done this.
7,
8, 9, 10.
Bring it down.
All right, so good morning, everybody. Gary asked the question, why are you working out barefoot?
Good
question. It's a great question. And we've answered this actually before, but I want to touch on it again. So a lot of kettlebell has to do with stability on the ground or the earth. And you're literally using your entire body, including your toes, to grip in when you're gaining stability. If you have your shoes on, you won't be able to use your toes as much. And it just gives you, your feet really do a lot of work when it comes to stabilizing your body.
The most nerve endings in your body.
Yeah, so you want to be careful. You don't want to drop kettlebell on your feet, but you want to work with bare feet. Sort of like yoga. You don't do yoga with shoes on. You do it with bare feet. It's to feel the earth. It's to feel the stability. It's to feel the support.
Much more information from the ground through bare feet.
Yeah, exactly. So that's where it's at.
All right. So grab your kettlebell, one hand, reach down, thumb back, seat the shoulder, pick the kettlebell up, swing it to the rack. We're going to do 10 on each side. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, Use your hips. Nice and smooth. 4, 6, and hold. Now, it is doing these that a lot of people bend their wrist as they're doing it.
Yeah.
What I want you to do for this next 10 on the other side, look at the wrist throughout the movement and see whether or not you're bending your wrist. If you are, figure out how to manipulate the bell around a straight wrist rather than manipulate your wrist with the bell going straight. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So, change hands. Watch it. Feel and see whether it is straight. Six, 7, 8. Sit down.
All right, cool.
Did you feel the difference? Feel any difference?
Yeah, and I should actually we should do 20 more because I really want to pay attention. My right
Let's do it.
arm was doing fine. I have to take a look at. I noticed when I looked at the end, my left hand. I just
Yep.
want to see who's joining us today. Paul, hey Paul, Ashley, good to see you. Karen, Marilyn, love you. Vicky on my Instagram is here, and whoever else I can't see.
Okay,
All right.
so let's do another 10 on each side, focusing on the wrist. Now, what you're going to find is that if you start paying attention to the subtleties of motion, not just with kettlebell, but all of the motions that you make, you will find that if you pay close attention about how to keep your posture correct, axial skeletal posture as well as appendicular skeletal posture. Okay, here we go. Grab the bell, swing it to the rack. 1,
Yeah, I'm good.
3. Keep it on the midline. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Change hands. 2, 6, 7, 8, 10. Sit down.
Fantastic. Great.
Nice. Whew. Okay, so we're going to do some lateral stuff today.
Okay.
So what you're going to do is you're going to swing the kettlebell back and forth like so. Bring it to the rack. Swing it the other way. Bring it to the rack. It goes 1, 2. Now, don't rotate your spine.
Okay.
Keep your hips and shoulders together. When I was studying Kung Fu, they would say, imagine a steel rod that goes from your shoulder to your hip. Your shoulder doesn't move independent. Your hips move with your shoulder. So that wherever your nose points, your belly button points. Right? Right. Exactly. Okay, so reach down, grab the bell.
I'm going to watch you first for the first
We're going to bring it up. Now, I'm going to start by working it like a pendulum. And then 1, 2. So start with it in rack position.
I can rack it anyway. Like I can rack it the normal way, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Now, you're going to swing it across and re-rack it. Now go the other direction. Absolutely. So now I'm going to go across my body and re-rack. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Not doing something right.
5, 6, going out, going across, going out, going across.
I'll have to do it separately than you because I'm getting confused with what
Changing.
you're doing.
So you have clockwise. You can think of it as clockwise and counterclockwise. This is clockwise. This is counterclockwise. Clockwise, counterclockwise. Two more. Same thing.
I'm going to do the other side because I didn't do that.
Sure. That's right. And now that way. Now part of what you want to do is let your arms straighten all the way. And use momentum.
Okay.
It's a little hard, but much better. Right. If your arm goes straight, yeah, it takes a little while to. This is more of a technique than it is a strength thing. There's a lot more. The strength in this comes from perfect technique. Like a lot of the stuff with kettlebell, you can do it slightly incorrect, but it uses a lot more energy, right?
So I think where I'm confused is when I have it up like this, and then I'm going around. Oops.
Start with just it.
I don't like this one.
Start with it just with a pendulum.
Okay.
And then when you go to bring it up, use your hips. Yes. So now when
I go down, how do I do?
You bring it around and then use your hips as well.
My question is this moves in my hand? Should it, so, okay, I guess I did it like that.
That's good.
Okay.
Nice. Perfect. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
how do you keep that from happening?
It's just practice. Honestly, in the beginning, the kettlebell kind of beats you up a little bit.
It's hitting my...
Yep. I was doing that yesterday with the big one. I actually bruised myself yesterday with the big kettlebell for the very same reason. These kettlebells, it's a heavy weight. It's essentially a cannonball. And when it comes back, if it hits you, it's going to do damage. That's what cannonballs are designed to do. We have to control it. And you do that by squeezing so that you can control how it moves around, how the handle rotates in your hand. And you just have to work on using your entire body to match the movement of the kettlebell. It's like this. Here's the way I tell people to start. At first, people go, ugh, and it crashes into them, right? What you have to do is kind of exaggerate it a little bit. In the beginning, you go, right?
You're catching it.
Catch it, right? And then, over time, that little catch gets smaller. That's it.
I can do that with the regular swing, but this particular move that
Absolutely.
we're doing, and maybe that's a good idea. I have a kettlebell that's actually a little smaller than that. Probably would be a good idea to practice that next time with a smaller one, because that's heavy for me when I'm going around like this.
Now, it's a matter of you have two dynamics there. You can go down in weight because it will be easier, won't crash into you as much, and you'll be able to work it a little easier. The heavier kettlebell, the harder it crashes into you, the more information. It's like doing your kettlebell barefoot. If it hits, if you can feel it, you can fix it. If you, for instance, if you went to a kettlebell that was so small that if it didn't matter if it crashed into you, you wouldn't fix it.
Right.
So it's a balance.
Well, I think
you don't want to hurt yourself, but you want to challenge yourself.
I think, though, in the beginning on that particular one, the form is
Absolutely.
really important. So that's where I'm at. It's not necessarily crashing in the
Absolutely. Always start
It's
with a manageable.
It's the keeping the arms straight. I was doing it with a crooked arm.
That's
in the
right.
beginning.
And that means that you're holding it back the whole time.
Yeah.
Whereas if it's straight, then you can just use momentum.
I think what I'm
Takes
worried
time.
about when my arm is straight is that this coming out of socket.
Absolutely. You have to, you have to know that this joint you can open, this joint must stay closed while you're doing your rotation. There's a lot of moving parts with this. Okay.
All right.
Let's move on. Let's do some duration stuff. Let's do some snatch. Only this time I'd like to do 50. We've been doing 20. We're going to go to 50. Here we go.
Wait a minute.
Let's start with the big one. Okay. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change hands. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's 10. Change hands. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Change hands. 1, 2, 3. That's 20. Change hands. Okay. Change. One more set each side. Last ones.
Whew.
All right.
I did pretty good.
Yeah.
But my form started not being good on my left side.
Morning, Kevin.
So,
Andy Rivera. Kim. Les. Barbara. Good morning.
good morning, everybody. Thank you for
Michelle.
joining us today. That was a really great workout. I hope you had your kettlebell or at least learned something from the form. Really great. Whew. Yeah. This is ready for the day, right? Creating warriors getting some energy going.
Kevin, if you missed that earlier part, we'll watch the part about shoveling because it's got an interesting boxing technique in there you may or may not be aware of. Kevin's an MMA fighter.
Yeah, yes, he is. Now, you may be thinking, wow, if I work out like that, I'm not going to have any energy for the rest of the day. It's the opposite. It gives you energy. It gets your blood going. It creates strength, mobility, stability. It literally just fires all of your energy up so that you're emitting that wonderful positive energy out into the universe for your day. You just want to make sure that you're eating right, that you get enough sleep, that you're drinking plenty of water, those nice things. Have some fun. That's part of it. You have to have fun every single day. If you're not having fun, I mean, that's part of your diet, right?
It's not worth it if you're not having fun.
Get rid of the things that no longer serve you, like the news, people that are down in that are constantly complaining, that don't have a sense of moving forward. Get rid of those people, or at least limit them. And
Shadow ban.
and be careful to what you're listening to. The music you listen to, the people you listen to, the news that you're watching, all makes a difference. It's part of your diet. It's not just about food or water that you take into your body. It's about what you're putting in your mind as well. Oh, there we go. I hope everybody has a fantastic week today. Thank you for joining us, and all of you love, and also some special healing energy for any of you who are suffering today, in the hopes that you find some peace in your day. You have a choice. You can find some peace in your day. It's your choice. You are the creator of your life. Love you guys. See you tomorrow morning, bright and early.